And Gino Auriemma leads UConn 22-9 all-time in the Final Four. UConn in its 13th straight Final Four. Arizona in its very first. Kate Reese will jump it up with Olivia Nelson-Ododa. A trip to the national championship game is on the line, and we are underway with UConn winning the tip.
See Arizona starting out in man-to-man defense. This is a team that relies on turnovers, creating turnovers to get offense, easy offense the other way.
Here is Williams, doubled. There's the trap. Beckers will pass out of it. Still 10 seconds to operate here for UConn. Avina Westbrook, the leaner, unable to hit, and the rebound secured by Yaney.
You will see Kristen Williams start out defensively on Aari McDonald. Kristen Williams, the best perimeter defender for Connecticut.
McDonald coming off back-to-back 30-point games and starts with a three here in the semifinal.
Aari McDonald is an undersized but quick guard who, even with the best defenders on her, can get her shot off.
Shooting 50% from three during this NCAA tournament. Edwards, the freshman, fading, can't finish. Rebound, Baptiste. McDonald talked about how she's letting the game come to her lately, not forcing shots. Thomas thought about it, won't take. Here is Reese putting it on the deck. Reese couldn't squeeze it in, and Edwards there for the rebound.
UConn certainly has the size advantage in the post. That's one area Gino Auriemma thought they could take advantage of on both ends.
Nelson-Ododa lost it out of bounds. It's going to stay here with Connecticut.
Aari McDonald is a lefty, and when she gets rhythm going left, watch out. She can pull up for the three. She can get by you.
Williams jumper, too strong. Reese on the weak side, catches the air ball. Reese putting it on the deck again, and once again unable to finish. Westbrook muscling inside, and a whistle, I believe, is going to go against Reese as she tried to jockey with Edwards.
I like Reese, though, on the other end, driving to the basket, because you mentioned UConn has the advantage inside. Maybe you pick up an early foul on one of the bigs if you're aggressive going at them.
Reese, the first McDonald's All-American recruit in Arizona history a couple seasons ago. And a turnover here. Baptiste running with Reese. Baptiste from 10, unable to hit, and the rebound to Beckers. Some good D in the early going from Arizona, though. Here's Beckers snaking around, doubled, tried to bounce it inside, and that's going to be a jump ball. Arizona has the possession arrow after the tie-up.
Paige Beckers brought the ball up the floor that last possession, but you heard Holly Rowe in the open of the show. Coach Auriemma wants her to play a lot off of the ball, try to tire Aari McDonald out defensively, running her off screens, and also relieving some of the ball handling pressure from Paige, because McDonald is such a good defender.
Yaney kicks, Thomas connects on a three. Sam Thomas shooting it at 47% from three her last 14 games. That won't go. Edwards the offensive rebound. Beckers will pop and hit from downtown. The freshman AP Player of the Year, Paige Beckers, on the board here in the semifinal.
Arizona trying to post Paige Beckers up inside. Great decision.
And Yaney just unable to finish after she got position, and a tie-up again. And this time, UConn has the possession arrow.
Paige Beckers so dangerous with a little bit of space, and McDonald closes out, but she's smaller, doesn't get there in time, and Paige hits the three.
Beckers, first ever freshman to win AP Player of the Year. She's just the third freshman to ever be a first-team All-American via the AP. Maya Moore, Courtney Paris, the others. Another steal. Here's McDonald. Will peel back. Try and set up inside to Baptiste. Great activity early from Arizona's defense. Baptiste looking for space, couldn't find it. And knocked out of bounds by Becker's. Going to stay down here with Arizona. Lauren Ware, the freshman, into the game, wearing number 32 for Arizona.
Active hands there by Paige Beckers, and that's a couple possessions in a row, though. She's ended up on a bigger, stronger player, and Arizona doing a great job trying to post her.
McDonald catch, fire and hit. Aari McDonald is bursting with confidence. A 9-3 start for the Wildcats as Edwards gets fouled and will shoot two.
Aari McDonald has to draw defensive attention, and here just a simple run out to the three. Again, Kristen Williams has a great contest, but McDonald able to make it anyway.
You know, we talked with Aari McDonald yesterday as Edwards misses the first free throw about why she chose Arizona. Well, LaChina talked about the special relationship between McDonald and Adia Barnes. Adia recruited her to Washington when she was an assistant. She followed Adia to Arizona with the vision for what this program could be. And when we asked Aari, the first thing she said was, I'm big on relationships, and Coach Barnes is all about relationships. Baptiste stood up, finds Yaney, 8 to shoot. Baptiste in some trouble, gets it to Ware, center of the lane, just couldn't finish it after some nice footwork. Williams dipping inside, fading away, and getting the roll. It's a 9-6 Arizona lead over UConn. Williams averaging 24 points over her last 2 in this tournament for UConn. Baptiste bodies in, is going to get hit with the offensive foul. We will step aside. Strong start for Arizona. A 9-6 beginning here in the semifinal. The sustained success from Gino Auriemma at UConn is jarring. This is his 21st Final Four appearance, 13th straight, 11 national championships, 11-0 in national championship games. Almost did not get to this 13th straight Final Four against Baylor. Final seconds, Dejanay Carrington. This controversial no call as Edwards and Adoda both made contact on Carrington. LeBron James saying, come on, man, that was a foul. And Carrington unable to get that call as UConn escaped and made their way into yet another Final Four.
Ryan, you and I called that game, and yes, it was a foul. It was also consistent with the way the officials had let them play all game long.
Arizona, a 9-6 lead over UConn. First quarter of this semifinal matchup. Arizona's gotten the kind of activity, deflections that Adia Barnes thought they would need on the defensive end in order to hang with UConn. Nelson Adoda powers in, couldn't finish. Here comes McDonald. Already 2 threes in the quarter for Aari McDonald, this tournament's leading scorer. McDonald trying to shake Williams. Shot clock down to 7. McDonald splits the D and banks it in, but it's going to be a charge.
Late in that possession, Gino Auriemma was saying, push her right, push her right. Everybody's been trying to push her right the last 4 years. She still finds a way to go back left. This time, who's there? Evina Westbrook there to take the charge outside of the restricted area.
What do you think?
Yeah.
Either way?
Either way.
Trinity Baptiste, by the way, the charge that was called on her just before the timeout was her second foul, so she's on the bench now for Arizona. Here is Beckers, the pull-up short. Rebound Thomas. Gets it back to McDonald. McDonald a three, not that time. Westbrook the board. Williams, guarded by Thomas. Nelson Adota doubled, looking for help. Finds the cutter in Williams. Can't squeeze it in. And the rebound saved by McDonald to Thomas. Winner of this game will face Stanford in the title game. Reese gets blocked by Nelson Adota. It's going to stay here with Arizona.
Arizona done such a great job on the defensive end of the floor, limiting UConn to 6 points. Adia Barnes said, we don't have a ton of offensive talent. If we don't have active hands, we can't manufacture points. Until these last couple of possessions, Ryan, they've looked like a team with a ton of offensive talent.
For Arizona, Adia Barnes. You see Nika Mule going to check in here for UConn after missing last 3 games with an ankle injury. One of the best perimeter defenders the Huskies have, and back into the game. But just go back to Arizona for a minute, Rebecca. You know, Adia Barnes totally has rebuilt this program. Arizona was primed for its first NCAA tournament since 2005 last season, and of course there was no tournament. So it's been a long road back to this moment, and they have seized the stage here in the school's first ever Final Four. First time Arizona has advanced past the Sweet 16. Westbrook's leaner cuts it to 1. And a whistle here is going to go against Connecticut. And the foul will be, I believe, against Nelson Adota, her first. So Dee Kantner making that call, working an unprecedented 24th Final Four. Just incredible.
She worked the Final Four when I was a player. That was a long time ago.
You're still mad at her about that second foul in the championship game.
Foul,
the third foul.
The third foul.
The 95 Huskies still managed to pull it out. Nelson Adota, good position, couldn't finish. Reese unable to grab it. And Arizona has it. Helena Puello in off the bench for Arizona. Big time heads up player. Made an absolutely incredible pass in the Elite Eight. McDonald unable to hit that one. Offensive rebound. Thomas back up with it and draws the foul against Mule. And Sam Thomas is going to go to the line.
Well, Sam Thomas is one of the heart and soul players on this Arizona team. She's a captain. She was voted a captain as a freshman. That just tells you the impact she's had for the Arizona Wildcats. And earlier today, she was given the award for the highest GPA of any student athlete here at the Women's Final Four, 3.97 in psychology. She is everything that makes the Wildcat Nation proud.
I mean, you talk to her and you could tell she's just a brilliant young woman.
Great friends with Aari McDonald. They are relaying some of the ways they would hang out as freshmen, and it's still the same now that they're seniors together.
Williams, and that's going to be a travel. Rebecca, this is about as out of sync as you'll see Connecticut on the offensive end.
A lot of it is due to Arizona's defense. They have been really good pressuring. You know you can't run a lot of side ball screens because they're going to trap those.
You see each team struggling shooting from the floor. Arizona working right now with Trinity Baptiste in foul trouble as Reese banks it in, plus the foul, a chance for 3.
And now that is Olivia Nelson Adota's second foul after she had the touch foul called on the perimeter. Kate Reese bowls over Paige Beckers as she sets the screen, but then goes strong to the basket for the and 1.
Let's check in with LaChina Robinson.
Hey guys, it's been interesting to see how Adia Barnes is functioning with her team with Trinity Baptiste in foul trouble. She is their strength on the front line defensively and covers a lot of gaps. She can get out and switch and do a lot of things. She's gone big with Lauren Ware, then she went small with Helena Puello. So having to put some different lineups, they're definitely better defensively when Baptiste is in, but right now they're maintaining.
Not only better defensively, but better in getting to the glass. She's been terrific for them. on the board so far in this NCAA tournament.
Averaging 8.5 rebounds per game in the tournament. By the way, that foul went against Westbrook. Oh, no, they will change it now to Nelson Adota, and it is her second. Initially was scored against Westbrook, so huge second foul on Nelson Adota. Here is Beckers through the lane, got hit. And Paige Beckers, after taking some big contact, will shoot a pair.
And what's interesting, too, about trying to talk about Arizona going big, with Nelson Adota with her second foul, UConn has now gone small. So coming into this game, Connecticut's perceived biggest advantage was on their front line. That's no longer there.
You know, one of the things Paige Beckers talked to us about yesterday, she said, you know, too often we wait to flip a switch, and Holly talked about it in regard to Beckers herself, and Paige kind of talked about it in regard to UConn as a team. Said we're trying to focus on not having to flip a switch and turn it on, but finding more consistency within the game. Right now, Arizona, a 4-point lead on Connecticut. Beckers 5 points in this first. Oh, what a steal from Beckers. Beckers behind the back. Williams back to Beckers, 15 on the shot clock. Got a 19-second difference game in shot clock. Beckers leans, can't hit. Rebound saved by Yaney. And Arizona can hold for one. McDonald quickly into the front court. She wants to go, and that's why. Aari McDonald joking with Adia Barnes as she came back down the floor. 8 points now for McDonald. 5 seconds left in the quarter. Williams will take, can't hit. And what a strong start for Arizona. A 16-10 lead after one. We look at Adia Barnes' journey when we come back.
Adia Barnes is the all-time leading scorer in Arizona history back in her time, 1994 to 98. And then she went on to a terrific career in the WNBA, winning a championship with the Seattle Storm. But she wasn't done. She was able to start her family. Her little boy, Mateo, was born in June 2015, not long before she took the Arizona head coaching job, heading back home where she was such a terrific player. They got off to a great start, a springboard to this season in many ways, the 2019 WNIT champs. And then this season, during COVID, she had her little girl, Capri. Beyonce has a song that says, "Who Runs the World, Girls?" I'd like to change it because I think it's Adia Barnes.
No argument here, Holly. Absolutely incredible as Reese hits the jumper, and Arizona with an 18-10 lead over UConn here at the start of this second quarter.
And of course, Aari McDonald's been hot, but her teammates have stepped up and hit their open shots as well.
Adia Barnes told us that's going to be an offensive foul against Griffin. Aubrey Griffin just into the game for UConn, and a wry smile on the face of Gino Auriemma.
Well, this is where Aubrey Griffin can excel, is by using her quickness to get by the defender, but there's not a quicker defender on the floor than Aari McDonald.
Adia Barnes stressed to us that there was no pressure. She kept telling her team, play loose. I want you to have fun. No one expects us to win this game. Enjoy yourselves. And so far, they've played loose.
Yeah, they sure have. And she said, no one thought we could be here. Even if you asked us at the beginning of the year, we would have laughed at you. And she said, right now, we have momentum, and it is hard to prepare for momentum.
Reese, center of the lane, able to finish. It's a 10-point Arizona lead. Ryan Rucco, Rebecca Lobo, Holly Rowe, LaChina Robinson with you. Love getting the chance to hang out with you for this semifinal matchup between Arizona and Connecticut, and we so appreciate the way you all have supported these amazing women all tournament long. McDonald behind the back, veering, taking, and unable to hit what was a filthy breakdown. Williams gets around Thomas, and Kristen Williams hits the jumper.
You've seen Connecticut so far in this game, a team that has their most success when they move and pass and cut. They're turning into a one-on-one team, and that's what happens when you go against a really good, tough man-to-man defense.
Here's McDonald finding Reese, and she traveled as Arizona turns it over. Hey, 3 marquee events highlight this weekend's version of the Sunday lineup. Lakers-Clippers, 3:30 Eastern on ABC. Women's NCAA Championship, 6 Eastern on ABC. And Sunday Night Baseball, White Sox-Angels, 8:30 Eastern on ESPN.
As long as we all agree that the one in the middle is the marquee event.
We do.
Lineup, all right.
It'll be Stanford against the winner of this game after an incredible contest between South Carolina and Stanford earlier this evening. Edwards able to finish as she muscled free of McDonald. Gino Auriemma talked to us today about Aaliyah Edwards and the physicality and aggression she's playing with, saying it's off the charts. You just saw her tournament numbers, 14.5 points on 77% shooting. McDonald, double dribbles. And Arizona turns it over. Good D there from Connecticut.
On the last possession for Connecticut, you saw one of their 2 assists that they have on the game so far. That was a play where they did get a cutter and a nice pass and an assisted basket. This kind of pressure wears on you. Arizona will pick you up full court. When they have the chance, they will jump out and trap and double team. It's not just what it does to every possession. There is a cumulative effect to this kind of defensive pressure.
Beckers, Hawk trying to get away from it and is fouled by Reese. That'll be number 2 on Kate Reese. You mentioned the assists, Rebecca. They had 30 against Iowa, a season high, and then a season low against Baylor with just 9. And so far tonight, just 2 for a team that is first in the nation, averaging 21 a night.
Gino Auriemma said Arizona, their miniature version of Baylor, and the way they play defensively. And the way they play also forces you into more one-on-one action.
He said they're not quite as blatantly physical as Baylor, but the same sort of principles. Edwards, nice catch, unable to finish, and then a great back by Baptiste to control the rebound for Arizona. Baptiste back in. McDonald splashes another 3.
Just in case you didn't think she could go right and hit like she does when she goes left. Aari McDonald showing you what she's got. Side step to the right. Splash.
Aari McDonald, just an incredible start to this game. 11 points, she's 3 of 5 from downtown. And how about the defense of Arizona, LaChina Robinson?
Yeah, it's been stifling so far here, Ryan. And whether they're switching or hedging or trapping, notice their rotation and recovery. That's what Gino Auriemma talked about. The opening you think you see closes quickly because they do such a great job with help, recovering, closing those gaps. Adia told us they work a lot on angles, feet, activity, and you see that in the first half.
Yeah, another deflection on this possession, another tough shot. Beckers can't hit it. Here comes Pellington with Yaney, 2-on-1, bucket and the foul.
Arizona continuing to get offense from their defense, forcing a tough shot and then going the other way. Great job with the finish and contact.
An 11-point Arizona lead here in the second. You see the fast break point advantage. Baptiste trying to flag it down, and he's going to kick it right towards us. We know sanitation rules better than to try and receive that basketball.
I mean, Connecticut is a team that on the season averages just under 83 points a game. They lead the nation in field goal percentage. And they cannot get anything to drop here because of Arizona's stifling D.
Westbrook dumps it in. Nelson Adota back in with 2 fouls. Just blew the bunny and then was fouled on the follow. And Nelson Adota is going to shoot 2. Now, we did see Connecticut overcome a big third-quarter deficit against Baylor. Went on a 19-0 run that spanned the end of the third and beginning of the fourth before holding off Baylor essentially at the buzzer. That foul on McDonald, by the way, her second. So some foul trouble to watch with Baptiste. McDonald Resall with 2. Nelson Adota misses both free throws. She's the lone member of the Huskies with 2 fouls. Pellington dishes out. Here's Yaney. Bounced it into traffic. Baptiste fought to get it back. 7 to shoot here for Arizona. Baptiste unable to hit the 3, and the rebound secured by Griffin.
Yeah, Arizona's going to have to hang tight here for the last 5:30 because Aari McDonald is such a significant part of what they do offensively.
Nelson Adota leaves it short. This is the largest deficit Connecticut has faced in the tournament. Trailed Baylor by 10. They trail by 11 here. Pellington flipped it short, and Nelson Adota able to secure the rebound, her 4th. Here comes Westbrook leading Griffin. Lost it, trying to get it back. And a tie-up. Possession arrow belongs with UConn. Lee Edwards getting ready to check in for Connecticut. Here were the numbers on that Baylor comeback from UConn. 19-0 run from 2 minutes remaining in the third to 6:50 mark of the fourth. Paige Beckers had 11 points during that run.
And of course that run happened when Baylor lost their starting point guard. Dee Richards out for injury. Now Arizona's starting point guard and catalyst Aari McDonald on the bench with foul trouble.
Beckers inbounds. Williams hits the jumper. Kristen Williams, 4 points now. Make it 6. She's 3 of 7 from the floor.
Connecticut now in a zone defense. Aari McDonald, the best 3-point shooter on the Arizona team, not on the floor, testing out their zone.
Shot clock down to 5. Pellington gives it up. Thomas, a deep one, is good. McDonald celebrates as her close friend Sam Thomas stays hot from downtown.
Sam Thomas is the X factor, has been all season long for Arizona. Her willingness to take those threes and then ability to make them.
And now a travel from UConn.
Sam Thomas says, "Senior, I gotcha." Steps in, hits the 3, and Aari McDonald says, "I see that you got me."
One thing Sam Thomas talked about is how Adia Barnes and Aari McDonald have drilled into her. No matter how many threes you miss, keep shooting. We need you to keep shooting for our offensive spacing, regardless of whether or not they're going in or not. They have been going in of late. Good movement here. Williams, a good look from 3. Count the bucket, and a foul underneath.
Shot goes up, players crashing the board, and that's a clamp immediately. A clamp and hold. The officials will call that right away because it can result in injury. So the made bucket, and now Connecticut with the ball as well.
So a chance for a beefy possession here for Connecticut. Beckers. Over to Westbrook. Westbrook guarded by McDonald in the game with 2 fouls, and Edwards couldn't handle. Here comes McDonald. McDonald gets fouled by Beckers and will shoot 2. Gino Auriemma going to huddle his team.
There's certain sets that they were going over this morning in their shoot around, and he wants them to run them. I don't think he's happy with what they've been doing on the offensive end.
We saw McDonald 92nd straight game with at least 10 points. And you could hear Gino Auriemma say, play, pitch, and catch.
Yep. It's a lot harder to trap the pitch and catch than it is just a simple on-ball screen.
Edwards the rebound after McDonald goes 1 for 2. Quickly down the floor. Williams goes baseline and lays it in. Kristen Williams trying to keep UConn afloat. 10 points now for the junior. Baptiste, the catch. Got away from Beckers. McDonald trying to separate. Shot clock down to 5. McDonald. Oh, baby! There aren't many answers for range like that. Williams, no. Rebound, McDonald. Is it heat check time? It is. Too strong.
I just want the ball in her hands and sit back and watch and see what she's going to do next, because it's special.
15 first half points for McDonald. Arizona's 6 of 11 from 3. Williams flips it off, but gets the foul and is going to shoot 2.
I mean, look at this. Kristen Williams says, do I really need to have my hand up? And Coach Auriemma says, yes, you need to have your hand up. Oh, wow. What a performance in this first half by Aari McDonald.
Wow. You know, we asked her the other day, do you think this has helped your draft stock? And she kind of smiled and was like, well, I think so, yeah. Right now projected to be the 8th pick on our ESPN WNBA mock draft. WNBA draft April 15th on ESPN.
We need a revised mock draft after this game.
Ooh. Here's Thomas. Into Baptiste. Baptiste using the body, flinging it out. Ianni, no. And Beckers the rebound. How does UConn get Beckers going, Rebecca?
They have to be a little bit more patient on the offensive end and find a way where they can get her moving and off of screens and off of action, because she's got Aari McDonald on her, so it's not like she's going to be able to create her shot like she normally does.
She's just 1 for 4 as Westbrook couldn't squeeze it in. Rebound Puello. Arizona has held an incredible offensive team, UConn, to just 22 points thus far this half. Puello a 3, short, followed it up though. And another chance here for Arizona. Inside of a minute to go in this first half. McDonald elevates, can't hit. Chance here for Connecticut. Got a 13-second difference, game and shot clock. And Connecticut won't try and rush a 2 for 1. Here's Mule. Beckers just being fronted beautifully by McDonald. Couldn't get to the basketball. Shot clock at 6. Westbrook with it at 5, throws it away. Arizona with possession, 11 seconds left in the half. McDonald with 3 seconds left in the half. McDonald puts it up and can't hit. That will do it for the first half. Arizona a 32-22 lead over Connecticut, as the Arizona defense absolutely suffocating in that first half. Aari McDonald, spectacular, 15 points, and she's with Holly Rowe.
Aari, for people who didn't know about this Arizona defense before tonight, how do you describe what's happening out here, holding one of the best scoring teams in the country to such a low first half?
Yeah, I would describe our defense as suffocating and stingy. I mean, we take pride in our overall defense, but most importantly, individual matchups.
Your range is insane. How does that feel to be hitting shots like that out there?
It feels great. I've been putting in the work. I take hundreds and thousands of shots a day. I don't go for reps, but I try to make them. So, I mean, it's paying off, and I'm loving it.
Thank you. We're loving watching it. Thank you, young lady.
Thank you.
Well, Aari McDonald, 15 points. Arizona trying to shock the world once again. They lead by 10 at the half. Yeah, Aari's been dancing, she's been posing, and she's been balling. 10-point Arizona lead. We get ready to start the third quarter. Here's Holly Rowe.
Well, you guys wanted to know about the WNBA mock draft for Aari McDonald. Well, I've got half the WNBA weighing in on Aari McDonald. Look at Asia Wilson, Alicia Clark, Jordan Canada, Kelsey Plum, even Brianna Stewart tweeting about Aari giving UConn buckets. They are loving this performance this young lady's putting on today.
Connecticut starts with a steal here. Deckers quiet in the first half. Can she get going here in the second? The AP Player of the Year, first ever freshman to win it. Edwards, center of the lane, fighting for it. Edwards is fouled by Reese, and that will be the third foul on Kate Reese.
You know, Ryan, I thought it was interesting in the first half because Connecticut's advantage was in the post. Olivia Nelson-Ododa got 2 fouls, but still, because of the way Arizona was playing, UConn had to adapt. They had to go to a small lineup to counter what Arizona was doing instead of vice versa.
Williams trying to use size and strength, couldn't finish, and then is called for the foul. And that'll be the second foul on Williams. Reese out of the game for Arizona. Lauren Ware in for the Wildcats, the freshman out of North Dakota. Also a member of the Arizona volleyball team. Here's Thomas, right back out. McDonald working hard for it. Shot clock is at 8. McDonald around the hedge from Edwards. Tries to get it over to Yaney. 3 to shoot. McDonald, a prayer, no. And Olivia Nelson-Ododa the rebound. So 2 strong defensive possessions to begin the third quarter for Connecticut. Deckers, a 3 is way short. Airballed it. Williams, the rebound, gets denied by Thomas. Ware wants it, has it, falls and tosses it to UConn. Here's Beckers in transition. Paige Beckers gets fouled as she leaned into Thomas, and Paige will go to the line to shoot 2.
3 really good defensive possessions by Connecticut in a row, and a couple of them they would get out in transition, and this is their first really good look to get to the free throw line. For Connecticut, they are going to have to try to get out and beat the Arizona defense down the floor, because when Arizona has a chance to set up, it's been stifling.
Well, what kind of things, Rebecca, along those lines can Paige do to make sure she's more involved in the second half?
I think she has to seek the basketball a little bit more. There were times in the first half, and Arizona doing a great job against her, Aari McDonald doing a great job against her, but she can't hide. She has to come and find the basketball and look for ways to be more involved.
Hit both free throws there. We heard Holly Rowe off the top talk about Gino Auriemma telling Paige, sometimes you need to go take the game rather than letting it come to you. Ware into Baptiste, who lays it in.
Looked like that time Connecticut may have been a box and 1 with Paige Beckers on Aari McDonald.
First bucket of the game for Baptiste. Edwards is fouled by Ware, and it's going to stay here. Hey, Thursday at 5 Eastern, the Frozen Four gets underway in Pittsburgh as St. Cloud State and Minnesota State face off in the national semifinals on ESPN2 and the ESPN app. For more, visit NCAA.com, the home for all 90 NCAA championships. Deckers connects on a long 2.
Really nice job off of that screen. Aari went to go over it, so Paige faded to the corner.
You saw Beckers score 11 of UConn's 19 points in their 19-0 run against Baylor. That's going to be a foul on Baptiste, her 3rd, as she went over the back of Beckers.
Sometimes it's simple. Just read the screen. Nelson Adota sets it. Aari goes over the top of it. Beckers open in the corner.
And Adia Barnes really instructing her team after that. Stop fouling. Quite a few on rebounds here. That's already the 4th team foul against Arizona here in this third.
Yeah, you don't want to put Connecticut at the line when they've been struggling so much to score in the half court.
Williams connects on a 3. 15 points for Kristen Williams. It's a 5-point game. Yaney with the right hand, beautifully done. Bendu Yaney.
McDonald's teammates have done a nice job when she's either been in the right or left corner, getting defensive attention, creating themselves, and getting good looks here in the third quarter.
Beckers and McDonald were locked up for a moment. Beckers tosses to Nelson Adota, and she's tied up by Thomas. UConn has the possession arrow.
When you get trapped, it's usually the second pass out of the trap that can get to the open person. But if you can't see to make the first pass out of it cleanly, you can't make that second pass.
Beckers inbounds. Westbrook. Only 2 points thus far tonight. Westbrook gives it up. 2 to shoot. Nelson Adota can't hit. And a rebound taken by Arizona. A 7-point Arizona lead, playing in their first ever Final Four. Baptiste lost it. Nelson Adota able to take it away. Beckers guarded by Yaney. McDonald has Williams. Williams shook free for a moment, met Ware, snuck it to Edwards, and then Ware comes up with the rejection. Just relentless defense from Arizona. They've held opponents to just 50 points per game in the tournament. McDonald splits the defense. Becker's got a hand on it. Baptiste connects on a 3. Just her 15th 3 of the season. Arizona 7 for 16 from downtown. That has been part of the fiber of this tournament run for the Wildcats. They've taken a dramatic leap when it comes to their three-point shooting. 32% all year. They're over 43% in this tournament. Thomas after the stop. Beckers and Williams are back. Thomas wanted to pull, didn't. McDonald, she doesn't need much space. McDonald spinning, can't hit. Good box out from Nelson Adota. And Adia Barnes is telling McDonald, no, we can't have you get another foul after she got real aggressive on the offensive glass.
Huffing and puffing as they wait for the next official timeout.
10-point Arizona lead. Yaney through the lane, lays it in. Arizona matches its largest lead of the game. A 7-0 Wildcat response after UConn had cut it to 5. Williams doubled. Nelson Adota finds Beckers. Beckers, mid-range, got it.
That time, they were able to make the 2 passes out of the trap to find the open look. Still, there was a closeout defender, and Beckers had to fake and go by.
6 points in this third quarter thus far for Beckers. She had 5 total in the first half. Ware got fouled by Edwards and will shoot 2 after the nice setup from McDonald.
Aari McDonald has been the show today, but she has gotten plenty of support from teammates. Ware with the block. Baptiste stepping into her own 3. And Yaney getting in on the action as well. Arizona by 10.
We are witnessing history tonight with two amazing players, coaches, and women. Two black coaches, two black women in the Final Four for the very first time. And Adia Barnes said it really is special. People have come before her and set a great example, including Dawn Staley. But I love this tweet that I saw from Jackie Smith Carson. 4 years ago, Adia Barnes would text our Women of Color Coaching Network group chat every day to say good luck to everyone competing. She had every one of our schedules in her calendar. And even though they only won 6 games that year, she was the encourager. Now they are encouraging her, and so proud of what she's accomplished here at Arizona.
Yeah, and Holly, we know that representation of black women in coaching matters, but it started with C. Vivian Stringer, and then our colleague Carolyn Peck became the first black woman to win a national championship when she was at Purdue. Important steps for black women, and as important as that is, and for people in hiring positions to see them having success so that they can widen their pool of candidates, it's also important for these young women playing the game, young women of color in college, in the WNBA, to see what their future could hold when they're done with their playing careers.
That was an element Adia Barnes talked about, wanting to see more former WNBA players get into these positions coaching. And Adia Barnes and Dawn Staley having incredible success at South Carolina and Arizona. 3:15 to go in the third, an 11-point Arizona lead. Mule in, nearly threw it away. Westbrook was able to snare it. And a foul here against Ware. Arizona is over the limit, so Connecticut will have free throws. That's number 4 on Lauren Ware. Hey, Sunday at 5 Eastern on ESPN and the ESPN app. Join us for the NCAA Women's Championship Special presented by Capital One, followed by the National Championship game. And visit NCAA.com, the home for all 90 NCAA championships. Nelson Adota 0 for 2 from the line tonight. Hits that one.
Yeah, she's 0 for 6 from the floor as well. A player who desperately needed to see the ball go through the basket. Sometimes getting to the free throw line is just what you need.
Edwards 1 for 4, and that's something Gino Auriemma emphasized to us earlier today, Rebecca, that he felt he was going to need strong play out of Edwards and Nelson Adota from his front court.
And they have both struggled.
McDonald fouled by Nelson Adota on the hedge, and that's going to be number 3 against Olivia Nelson Adota. And Gino Auriemma is going to send Aaliyah Edwards back in. The one thing that is different about this UConn team, Rebecca, it's all underclassmen. There are no seniors who are a part of this group. And you do wonder if intense moments like this, do you miss having some of that leadership that comes only with that kind of experience?
Of course, and Kristen Williams, Nelson Adota, the juniors who have experience playing in a semifinal game, but in very different roles than they have now.
Wow, that's going to be called a block against Williams. It'll be her 3rd foul. Mouth agape for Gino Auriemma. And we'll take another look.
I don't know if you can be any more set than she was.
Paige Bueckers not in agreement. And it looked like Williams had good positioning as Reese hits the free throw. You know, one more thing on the underclassmen aspect of it. 45% of UConn's scoring comes from freshmen. The record for highest percentage of points coming from freshmen for a national championship team, 2003 Connecticut Huskies, that was just 36%. So this is a group really trying to shatter history.
You know what that 2003 team had, though? Diana Taurasi.
Pretty good. 44-34, Arizona in front. 2 minutes and 15 seconds to go in the third. McDonald yet to score in this quarter, and she's fouled there by Bueckers. McDonald is going to have a chance at the line.
And we've seen so much from Aari McDonald facing the basket, and now we get to see what she can do with her back to the basket. She has a taller, longer Paige Bueckers on her. Step through. I think the officials got Paige with the lower body moving while McDonald was into her shot.
McDonald, 78% free throw shooter. Rebecca talked about it at the half. Gino Auriemma, talking about McDonald, said she's a dancer. She's like Sammy Davis Jr., never goes in a straight line, and she's been on her own stage. It's been the case again tonight for Aari McDonald. Westbrook leans in, left it short, rebound McDonald, and here comes the burners. McDonald will peel back out, guarded by Mule.
Really nice job by Arizona to understand that they have the lead and to have the patience to get a shot like that.
What a move from Puello, and UConn is now facing its largest deficit of the season. With Gino Auriemma and UConn in its 13th straight Final Four. Gino all-time 11-0 in championship games, 11-9 in semifinals, has lost 3 straight. 2017 overtime loss to Mississippi State, 2018 an overtime loss to Notre Dame, and then 2019 a 5-point loss to Notre Dame. Right now in the third quarter, Arizona a 14-point lead on UConn with under a minute and a half to go in the third.
Connecticut just hasn't had any answers on the offensive end to get easy looks. Finally there, dribble, penetrate, and kick, but not able to get the shot to fall.
This 14-point hole, the largest deficit UConn has faced all season. It is gut check time for the Huskies. Puello, step back short. Rebound taken by Mule.
McDonald out of the game now. Her teammates have done such a good job. Adia Barnes giving her a little rest at the end of the third.
Westbrook knocks down the corner 3, and UConn could use her getting going. McDonald has played 27 minutes, 17 points, getting a breather here. Westbrook's first attempt from downtown tonight. Ellington, no, denied by Williams, just gobbled it up. Here comes Bueckers. Bueckers elevates, can't hit, but was fouled by Thomas. And Paige Bueckers is going to go to the line to shoot 2.
Connecticut making a little push here with Aari McDonald on the bench, but and as Harry gets ready to come back in, her teammates did a great job in that third quarter. Aari McDonald only 2 points in that third quarter, but her team able to extend their lead over Connecticut.
You know, it was interesting when we talked with Gino Auriemma as Bueckers was at the line. We said, is there a number 2 player behind McDonald you're most focused on? And he said, you know, I look at them like Gladys Knight in the Pips or Frankie Valli in the Four Seasons. She's the clear star, and everybody else just does enough to make everything sound nice or run smoothly.
Yep.
And that has been the case tonight. 15 seconds left in the quarter. 5 straight points from Connecticut to make it a 9-point game. They'd love a stop here to close out the third. McDonald gives it up. Thomas unable to hit. And Connecticut ends the third, a little 5-0 jam to make it a 9-point game after 3. Fourth quarter is coming up next. A trip to the national championship game is on the line. Stanford awaits the winner of Connecticut and Arizona. Wildcats a 9-point lead. The NCAA Men's Basketball Championship Final Four is tomorrow on CBS, starting at 5 Eastern, or stream games on the March Madness Live app from anywhere. For more information on game times and networks, go to ncaa.com.
That game's usually during our production meeting for our championship game. Is that going to happen again?
I think our coordinating producer, Pat Lowry's taking care of that.
All right.
Stanford awaits the winner of UConn, Arizona here Sunday, 6 Eastern on ESPN. It'll be the championship game. UConn ended the third, a little 5-0 run. What needs to happen for the Huskies here in the fourth if they're going to overcome a 9-point deficit, Rebecca?
Well, one of the really important things for Connecticut in that third quarter is they did not turn over the basketball. Arizona has 12 points off of Connecticut turnovers from the first half.
Cuello into Baptiste. Her turnaround, no good. Williams the rebound, and a chance here for Connecticut. Beckers traveled. Beckers traveled as McDonald came up into her view.
And I think one of the other things Connecticut has to do is, as you take another look at, yeah, great job by Aari McDonald, is to continue to try to make people other than Aari McDonald make shots. Gina Auriemma said, you guard the heck out of them until crunch time and then see if the others can still get it done.
Lob inside, out of bounds off of Arizona. It's UConn basketball. Now, the one other thing I wonder about, Rebecca, as much as Adia Barnes told us about, hey, we're going into this game like we have nothing to lose. I want us to play loose. Arizona has. You wonder if the mentality shifts at all when all of a sudden you're winning in the fourth quarter like Arizona is.
What helps them is they have a lot of experience, not maybe in this moment, but in playing basketball on this Arizona team, a lot of upperclassmen.
Beckers surrounded by three, and it taken away by one of those upperclassmen. Sam Thomas on the steal. McDonald without a field goal in the second half thus far. Halfway down and popped out on the three. Here is Mule. 9-point Arizona lead. Edwards putting it on the floor and laying it in.
It was the only option. Arizona had clamped down defensively on everyone else on the UConn team. There is no pass to be made.
Second field goal of the game for Edwards. Thomas thought about a three. Barrels in and gets the whistle against Beckers, who is down and apparently in some pain. Beckers helped to her feet.
Paige Beckers trying to slide over and take the charge, and she was still moving. I think that's the right call. Even though she bore the brunt of the contact, she did not have legal guarding position. She did not have the real estate before Thomas got there.
Thomas, a strong senior, showed it off there. Third foul on Beckers. Thomas, this is the first free throw. Arizona 9 for 13 at the line. Connecticut 10 for 14. Thomas got the second one to drop. Pressure applied here in the backcourt by Arizona, not heavily, as Mule walks it across. Williams with the left hand, unable to finish. The southpaw couldn't get it to roll in, and the rebound to Arizona.
Seen a number of times throughout this game, whether it's Nelson Adota or now Williams, where they had good looks that they couldn't convert.
Reese waits, can't bank it in, and a foul's going to go against Reese, and that is going to be her fourth. So now 4 on Kate Reese and 4 on Lauren Ware. And Adia Barnes upset about that foul call against Reese.
And now Arizona goes really small.
You're right. Cuello or Thomas, the center with this five?
Yeah. Look to get the ball to Edwards on the block.
Beckers had space for a moment. Beckers' leaner is short. Rebound, Puello. Beckers now 3 for 9 from the floor. She has 13 points, is 6 of 6 from the free throw line. UConn take advantage with Reese and Ware in foul trouble. Nelson Adota on the bench right now. McDonald separates and hits.
I think Connecticut has to look to try to get Edwards involved inside.
19 points for McDonald. Williams is fouled, I believe, by Yaney.
Did you see Sam Thomas come over and say to her teammate, when she was complaining about the call? But first you have the Aari McDonald step back going left.
Inbound to Mule, can't finish. More good D on the interior from Arizona.
Connecticut looking to get it into the paint, but not to the biggest player on the floor.
Thomas circling around. Puello has made some big-time winning plays. Thomas gets fouled by Edwards, who is flying out there. That'll be the second on Edwards. Second team foul against UConn. Rebecca, how do you look at Nelson Adota right now and Gino Auriemma as to when he might deploy her?
I think he's going to deploy her right now.
You know what? I think you're right.
Same thing. She's the biggest player on the floor. So Connecticut, when they get the ball back on the offensive end, you've got to look to go to her.
It's a 10-point Arizona lead. UConn has not been able to find a rhythm all game long against this Wildcat defense. McDonald kicks it out.
Hey guys, one thing about Nelson Adota coming into the game is she can definitely help UConn on the glass. Arizona is surprisingly out-rebounding Connecticut right now. Helena Puello is a guard, and she's got 8 rebounds in this game. So that's one place where Nelson Adota can definitely help to make an impact.
And Connecticut certainly needs to establish some sort of scoring threat. And you look at Nelson Adota, if they can get her some touches, although she's not as much of a low block banger as Edwards is, more of a high post facilitator.
Under 6 minutes to go in this fourth. McDonald weaving, kicking. Baptiste, 6 to shoot. Baptiste sheds Beckers and finishes. Trinity Baptiste using size and strength. The lead is back to 12 for Arizona as Westbrook blows the bunny. Knocked out of bounds by Baptiste. It's going to stay with UConn.
Baptiste in foul trouble in that first half, and here, this is what she can do so well. Strong, overpowering, great finish over Beckers.
Beckers unable to hit the 3. Rebound Mule, another chance for UConn. Williams, no. And Connecticut just 3 for 7 now from 3-point range in this game. The Huskies shooting 31% from the floor overall. Puello can't finish. Rebound, Beckers after the box out from Nelson Adota. Connecticut has missed its last 6 shots. Williams connects. It's back to single digits. Williams has 18 points. That's just the 9th 3 attempted this game by Connecticut. Thomas, guarded by Westbrook. Into the corner, Yaney. No, and a chance here for Connecticut. Mule. And a whistle underneath against Baptiste, and that is going to be the 4th on Trinity Baptiste. The 3rd team foul against Arizona. The Wildcats, a 9-point lead, 4:23 to go in the 4th. The National Player of the Year, Paige Becker, struggling tonight.
Yeah, only 3 for 10, and the defense that Arizona has played has been stifling. They've had multiple defenders on her, quick closeouts. Nothing has been easy, helping on her drives. Paige Becker simply has not been able to get a clean look no matter who's defending her, and sometimes it's more than one.
4:23 left in this game. Becker's first 4 games, outstanding tonight. Really struggling against this Arizona defense. Connecticut down 9 with the basketball. Williams, a deep catch. Williams got the whistle against Thomas, and it'll be foul number 3 on Thomas. Free throws for Williams. Hey, coming up next on SportsCenter, full reaction from the women's Final Four and a look ahead to Sunday's big game. The game day crew is at the men's Final Four, and 2 big arms debut their new team. Blake Snell, Trevor Bauer. It's all coming up. SportsCenter after the game. Williams hits the free throw. We remember back to Kristen Williams missing some big free throws at the end of UConn's win against Baylor, and right away, Gino Auriemma embraced her, got her focused for the Final Four, and said, hey, you're going to bounce back from this, and I'm proud of you because you were struggling early in this game, and despite the missed free throws, you made winning plays down the stretch that we needed to get this victory.
And out of that timeout, their play was set to get her the ball on the block. Connecticut extending with a little bit of pressure to try to not let Arizona take too much time off the clock.
Shot clock inside of 10. McDonald through the lane. McDonald stops on a dime, banks it in, and the foul.
Aari McDonald has been the best player on the floor all night long, and Connecticut, 3 players on that possession trying to defend her, and she steps through and finishes.
Well, Aari McDonald plays like she's playing in her grandparents' driveway. That's how she got her love for the game in Fresno, California. She said, we're just a basketball family. My aunts, my uncles, cousins, siblings, everybody would be playing in that driveway. And she said, that's where I grew to love the game. We're a basketball family, and they mean everything to me. And I think she's got a little of that driveway razzle-dazzle in her game.
By the way, that foul was called against Williams, and that is her 5th. So Kristen Williams has fouled out.
I think that's what they're going to review.
Just making sure the foul is correctly called on number 13. After review, foul on 13 is confirmed.
That was on, really? Oh, there's no foul on Kristen Williams there.
I don't know where the contact is from Williams.
I mean, it's not close.
She maybe grazed the basketball. Let's take another look. Oh my goodness.
No, there's nothing.
That is an absolute miss.
She's been their best player. Leading scorer, 20 points on the day. She's been the one able to get her shot off.
And they went to the monitor and still called it against Williams. That's sort of mind-blowing. Looked like it could have been called on Mule because of the contact, but how is that number 5 on Williams? And now Connecticut has to try and figure this out without her as Nelson Adota misses another layup.
Connecticut watches this game film back. They will see a lot of missed opportunities and missed layups.
Kristen Williams, 20 points, was the leading scorer for Connecticut. And a travel there from Yaney. Arizona, a 10-point lead. Connecticut just 4 for 19 tonight on layups. And Williams, I'm sure, is mystified after that phantom 5th foul. Here's Mule. Mule kicks it out. Westbrook leans in and flips it home. It's an 8-point game.
We've seen, though, Arizona do a really nice job managing their offensive possessions, taking time off of the clock, understanding they have the lead.
And a foul here is going to go against Mule. Connecticut is over the limit, so free throws now for Arizona. And it's going to be McDonald who's shooting. Now, if it was Ben Duyaney, you would have lived with that if you were Connecticut. She was the one on the drive. She's just a 52% free throw shooter, but Aari McDonald, 78%. McDonald misses the first. Williams just a spectator now. McDonald hits the second. 23 points for Aari McDonald. A 9-point Arizona lead. Does Connecticut have any comeback magic left? Mule run off to the corner. Makarata three. No. Edwards fighting with Baptiste. McDonald able to save. And Arizona basketball. Arizona has controlled the tempo and the physicality for 4 quarters. McDonald slides in, just couldn't finish. Here comes Beckers. Still time for UConn. Beckers unable. Yes, she gets the roll. And it's a 7-point game.
Connecticut now looking to get a steal or speed up Arizona. Timeout by Sam Thomas.
Timeout taken before a potential 5-second violation.
There's been plenty of easy buckets missed by Connecticut. This wasn't one of them. This is a hard take. Drive, rattles around, but goes through for Paige Beckers. Do they have enough right? I don't know.
Connecticut has not led in this game. They have lost 3 straight semifinal games. 2017, 2018, and 2019. Of course, there was not a tournament in 2020 due to the COVID-19 pandemic.
Superstar performances in each of those games. You had Morgan Williams, you had Arike Gumbawale, you had Jackie Young, all with monster games to help beat Connecticut. And then here today, Aari McDonald, the one putting on the show for Arizona.
Just incredible what Adia Barnes and Aari McDonald have done with this Arizona program. They played loose. They played confidently. Adia Barnes told us momentum can be a tricky thing to defend. They came in with momentum, and thus far, they have ridden it to a 4th quarter lead.
This is an Arizona team early in the season. Adia Barnes said they spend too much time watching Aari and not doing their thing and expecting her to do too much. It's a completely different team this time of year.
McDonald's fouled by Edwards, and you could see Nika Mule, Paige Beckers both react with frustration. That's not who Connecticut would want to put at the line right now. And in fact, they didn't have to put anyone at the line right now.
You're right. You're not trying to foul yet.
Oh, McDonald misses the first. McDonald now 5 of 8 from the free throw line. McDonald hits the second. 8-point game, Connecticut basketball. Connecticut 2 timeouts remaining, Arizona 3. Both teams in the bonus as Mule gets free and lays it in.
A couple times now, Connecticut looking to go quickly, go to the basket, see if they can get layups or and one.
McDonald gets fouled by Makarat, and McDonald will go right back to the line.
Here's a little pitch and catch that Gino Auriemma was looking for earlier. Mule with a head full of steam. It's hard to defend that, and it came quickly, which is what Connecticut needs.
McDonald got the roll on that one. McDonald has done a nice job of forcing contact that Connecticut has not necessarily wanted to apply on these last few possessions. And McDonald hits both. The lead is back to 8. McDonald has the last 7 for Arizona. Under a minute and a half to go. Beckers connects on a 3. Don't go away yet. It's a 5-point game.
After a couple possessions going at the basket, McDonald falls down, leaves Paige Beckers open, and just drains the deep 3.
Beckers up to 18 points, 13 of them in the second half. UConn with 1 timeout remaining, Arizona with 3. Each team is over the limit. 1:23 to go in this fourth. Connecticut down 5, has the possession arrow.
They can play solid defense. You know, they might try originally picking up full, try to get Arizona moving a little quickly, try to get a trap and a steal, but if not, they can play solid defense. And if you're Arizona, you want to finish the possession with Aari McDonald with the ball in her hands, attacking the basket. It's worked so well.
McDonald, 26 points tonight. The Pac-12 Player of the Year, the co-defensive Player of the Year in the Pac-12, a second-team All-American for the second time in her career.
Just making sure the time, we are putting the time back on the clock, 1:25 when the timeout was granted.
So a minute and 25 seconds remaining. Remember, Connecticut is doing this right now without Kristen Williams, who was handed a phantom 5th foul, is their leading scorer tonight and is on the bench.
Look at a couple people, 2 players defending Aari McDonald. They want anyone besides her to catch the inbound.
The inbound goes to Baptiste. Baptiste trapped, tosses across. McDonald volleys it to Thomas beautifully.
What a smart play.
And then Mule fouls Thomas. Again, no need for Connecticut to necessarily foul there. Thomas is an 86% free throw shooter.
Just beautifully done here. Aari McDonald, touch pass, almost like a volleyball set as she gets it to Thomas.
Here is Thomas, 9 points tonight, 4 rebounds, and hits the first free throw. The southpaw hits both. Lead is back to 7. Connecticut ball. Beckers around the screen. Beckers inside. Edwards able to catch and finish. It's back to 5. And a foul applied there from Beckers on Yaney. That is a smart one, as Yaney is just a 52.5% free throw shooter. Although that is foul number 4 on Beckers.
Gino Auriemma just making her very aware of that. She knew, because if they continue to play the foul game, she cannot be the one getting the foul.
Yaney has not shot a free throw yet tonight. And she splashes the first.
And the defensive box out on this free throw is huge for UConn.
6-point Arizona lead. The winner will face Stanford for the national championship Sunday. How about Yaney? Calmly splashing both. 7-point Arizona lead. Mule directing traffic. Mule into Edwards, who's hooked. And Aaliyah Edwards is going to go to the line. 2 free throws coming with 49.6 seconds to go in this fourth. That is going to be the 5th foul on Baptiste. Her night is done. 7 second-half points for Trinity Baptiste, including some big ones when Connecticut looked like they were starting to build a run and cut it to 5. Edwards hits the first.
Adia Barnes telling her team after this free throw, take a timeout so they can advance the basketball. Arizona with 3 timeouts left.
Edwards misses the second, and Thomas claws the rebound. That is tied up, and Connecticut has the arrow, but they will award the timeout to Arizona. One official said tie up, another said timeout.
So important, we talked about it at the other end, to box out on a free throw so you can get the rebound here. Thomas clearly has possession, so as long as Adia Barnes called the timeout before it was a tie-up, while she had possession, it's theirs, they can advance.
And it was Charles Gonzalez, the official who was closest to Adia Barnes, who awarded the timeout. Underneath the hoop, it was being called a tie-up. Check again.
Oh, Aari McDonald right away. You see her calling for the timeout right away.
And you could see Dee Kantner under the hoop signal for the tie-up. But the official, Charles Gonzalez, who is at center court, had issued the timeout.
And we'll see 2 Connecticut defenders on Aari McDonald. They want anyone besides McDonald to catch the ball, and then they will foul.
Yaney will inbound into Thomas. Thomas, an outstanding free throw shooter, gets fouled by Westbrook. First foul against Westbrook. Thomas, 5 of 6 from the line tonight. Adia Barnes' team on the verge of yet more history. Thomas misses the first. Connecticut with just 1 timeout remaining. Thomas got the second. It's back to 7. Mule and Connecticut have to hurry. Westbrook turns. Westbrook fouled. And Avina Westbrook is going to shoot 2 with the clock stopped.
With the way Connecticut's playing the foul game and they haven't had success getting turnovers, they need to start looking for threes, because Arizona is making their free throws on the other end at enough of a clip that Connecticut needs to hit threes to cut into this.
Last 10 points for Arizona have come from the line. Big free throws here for Westbrook. Her first of the night. And she misses the first. Connecticut now 13 of 19 from the line. Arizona 20 of 27. Westbrook hits the second, 6-point game again. Inbounded to Reese, and Reese is fouled. Kate Reese, a 72% free throw shooter, will go to the line. A very vocal contingent of Arizona fans have made their way here to the Alamo Dome in San Antonio.
On their feet.
And Rebecca, I think you're right. If you're Connecticut, you absolutely have to start thinking about threes on these possessions, as Reese misses the first. Reese got the second one to drop. It is again a 7-point game. Mule speeding across. Mule looking for Beckers. Finds her. Beckers hawked by McDonald. Beckers leaning. Doesn't get the roll. Griffin saves. Out of bounds. Arizona ball. And they can just about taste it. Adia Barnes will take a timeout. Wildcat basketball. 19.5 seconds remaining in this fourth quarter. Stanford awaits the winner of Arizona-UConn. The Pac-12 has not had an NCAA champion since 1992, when Tara Vanderveer won her second title. They are 19 seconds away from being guaranteed to end that streak.
And what an incredible defensive performance it has been tonight from Arizona. UConn leads the nation at 52% field goal. They've shot 36% today. It started on the defensive end. Now here, Arizona trying to seal it at the free throw line. Once they get these in, they know they're going to get fouled right away.
Arizona crowd going wild here. About 4,000 fans allowed in attendance for this game, and that's going to be a foul before the inbound that will go against Edwards. And free throws coming for Arizona with 20.1 seconds remaining after they put a little time back on the clock.
Really smart foul. No time goes off the clock.
Reese. This is the first.
Gino Auriemma still with a timeout. Can timeout in advance.
Reese got the second to drop. It's an 8-point Arizona lead. Connecticut needs threes. They need them in a hurry. They're not going to get them. The steal from Yady, and the celebration is on for Arizona. It's all cosmetic at this point. Arizona is not done yet. Aari McDonald, Adia Barnes, and the Wildcats will play for the national championship. Connecticut suffers its fourth straight semifinal loss in the NCAA tournament.
You cannot say enough about what Adia Barnes and her team have done in this postseason. The belief they have had in one another. And they were led once again by Aari McDonald, but it wasn't just Aari McDonald. Her teammates continue to step up in the moments offensively as they celebrate their identity defensively. Wow, what a game and performance by Arizona.
Saluting their fans, going wild here as this magical ride continues for the Arizona Wildcats. There weren't many who gave Arizona a shot tonight against UConn. The Wildcats are used to being doubted. An all Pac-12 NCAA championship. Sunday night at 6 Eastern on ESPN. Adia gives the kiss to Capri. Aari McDonald with 26 points. And this was, Rebecca, a wire-to-wire Arizona victory.
Adia Barnes talked about how her team was feeling no pressure. They were the underdog, and they certainly played like that from the get-go. In particular, Aari McDonald came out and said, "Don't worry, guys, I'm here, I'm ready to play," and she led the way.
A kiss from Mateo. Adia will head on over, and Aari is ready with Holly Rowe.
Well, Aari McDonald, you told us yesterday that this has been fun and we've done a lot of great things, but we're not done yet. Why did you believe that this was possible tonight?
Hey, we just believed. I mean, we worked hard to get here, and I mean, we were doing the things that got us here. That's hard work, tenacious defense, and playing together, and most importantly, having fun.
Tell me about your defense, because you hold UConn almost 20% below their regular shooting percentage. How did this defense show up time and time again in every single moment?
It was that grit. I mean, we didn't want to go home once again, and we're proving it. We're locking down, and we're playing team defense. I mean, this is our identity, and we're best at defense. You know, defense wins games, and we did that tonight.
Adia, you said that you two are built for this moment. What do you see in this young woman next to you that lets you know she's ready for this stage?
We always say we're built different. We're not afraid. Like, we're against all odds. People chose us. No one thought we'd win. No one thought we'd be here. We don't care. We believed in each other. We believed, our team believed. We knew we were going to bear down and fight. And they play with their hearts. And that's what we did. And we're not the best offensive team, but we're some real defensive players, and we play hard. So I'm just proud, and we always say we're built different. I think we're built different.
You guys did hit big shots tonight, and you did say, you know, all the pressure's on UConn to win this game. So when they pull within 5 points at the end of this game, how did you avoid getting tight and feeling that pressure, both of you?
I mean, I think that we're just confident what we do. We felt like we controlled the tempo for like 3.5 quarters. So they did make their runs. We knew we were going to take their punches, but we just had to get some defensive stops. And I think we had timeouts, and I felt like we had momentum and controlled most of the game. They're a really good team, though. We know they've stolen a lot of games down the stretch, so it was not comfortable at all. They made big plays, but I felt like we played some really good defense.
Okay, Aari, you know this next opponent very well. This is a Pac-12, all Pac-12 national championship game. What will it take to beat the Stanford Cardinal?
Defense, first, most importantly. And just, you know, like you said, we've seen them before. This is our 3rd time matching up with them. So, I mean, we got to take what the defense give us, knock down shots, and we have to rebound and play together.
All right, I have a feeling you're going to be in the promo video for the national championship. How does that sound?
We better be in next promo. Stop leaving us out. Stop counting us out.
All right, ladies.
Thanks. Thank you.
Well, I don't think anyone's going to count them out ever again. Arizona headed to its first national championship game. They take down UConn 69-59, the final. For our producer, Kerry Callahan, director, Jimmy Platt, Holly Rowe, China Robinson, Rebecca Lobo, and our entire crew. I'm Ryan Rucco. We'll be back with more from San Antonio. But first, let's head to SportsCenter.